This broadcast is brought to you by Colby Brooks with Century 21 Right Pace Real Estate and buyfrombrooks.com. Let Colby Brooks handle all of your real estate needs. Next up on NEA Report, the latest numbers show Arkansas is seeing a drop in active cases. In fact, the last several times we've reported the numbers, they have been going down. The active cases, they are. Over 3,100 cases to date in Arkansas. That's cases cumulative to now. That number will never go down. But the active case number, some possible good news there. And some good news too if you're wanting to hit the park, because the governor making some announcements today regarding that. And we'll cover those next on NEA Report.
Stan Morris reporting.
Glad to have you in with us today on NEA Report. It's Stan Morris reporting in Jonesboro in the 2 o'clock hour on Tuesday, April 28th, 2020, with some headlines related to COVID-19 today for you. Starting out with the numbers, of course, in Arkansas at 3,111, according to the latest release by the governor's press conference just a short time ago. Of those, 1,913 are still active, and that's a number that's important because as we came at you yesterday here on NEA Report, we actually had a number higher than that active as far as the number we reported on the website. Now, I want to go back through and just show you this because, first of all, today's numbers, that was at when we first sent out the email today, 1,965. Yesterday, when we sent out the email, it was at 1,980. Today, the number is at 1,913. Great news to see the active cases dropping in Arkansas. However, bad news in the form of 2 more deaths being reported. The number now up to 52. That's 2 more from yesterday, the previous day, of course, we're talking about. There's that outbreak at Cummins that's still being monitored, and it's slowed to a certain degree, but they're still looking at it and still watching it very closely. 860 positive tests have been conducted of inmates there. 51 staff have been infected. At Forest City's Correctional Institute, the 87 positive number is where they're at as far as positive inmates go that have tested for COVID-19. 12 staff infected. Hopefully, of course, those numbers continue to stay conservative. That's our hope. In Craighead County, the latest numbers, which have actually not been updated since the governor's press conference, so these would be as of this morning, they're at 68 positive cases here in Craighead County, 36 recoveries, 711 have tested negative. In Greene County, it's 16 positive with 4 recoveries and about 550 negative tests. Poinsett County at 18 positive with 7 recoveries. In Randolph County, 16 positive with 10 recoveries. Clay County, 2 positive, 0 recoveries listed. In Lawrence County, 43 positive, and the number's still showing very few having recovered there. It shows as only 3 as of right now, and I just double-checked that too, with 1 death having been reported. In Sharp County, 3 positive, 2 recoveries, 39 negative. In Mississippi County, 13 positive, 8 recoveries, 139 negative. And in Crittenden County, where they've seen an outbreak spill over from Memphis, Tennessee, 174 positive cases, 89 recoveries, 5 deaths. About 942 have tested negative there so far. Just a couple of other counties to show you here around northeast Arkansas. Jackson and Fulton staying the same. Independence up to 9. White County 31. Cleburne has grown now to 72. And Cross County up today significantly from where it was at a couple of days ago. They're at 16 now. I want to go back to Craighead County for just a moment because a lot of folks were asking. They saw on the website today a death had previously been reported in Craighead County. That's now been removed from the website. Well, we don't have an exact explanation for why that was, but as we've talked about before, sometimes they report deaths in counties and then they learn the resident actually lives somewhere else, or perhaps they tallied it in the wrong location. So there is a plausible explanation for why that happened, for why the death went from 1 to 0. Obviously, that's not some kind of science fiction scenario, at least we don't think. In the United States, the number as of this broadcast from Johns Hopkins University is over 1 million. We're at 1,003,328 with 57,533 deaths. About 114,000 have recovered. Across the globe, the United States clearly represents about 1/3 of the cases, where we're at 3 million plus cases across the globe, with 215,000 deaths having been reported, 918,000 plus have recovered. We've talked about some important dates coming up. Tomorrow we're going to learn something about restaurants. We don't know what that is, but we expect they'll enjoy the news. Restaurants and bars. And then the next day, gyms and that sort of stuff, workout locations. Finally, on May 1st, we'll learn something about beauty, barber salons, tattoo establishments, body art, that sort of thing. And then on May 4th, May the 4th be with us. Places of worship, larger congregational gatherings will also be addressed there, although their restrictions have not been perhaps as imposed because of the separation issue. Parks were announced today that they're going to begin reopening in a certain fashion, and we're going to talk about that now to give you kind of a clear idea of what the governor told us. He said on May 1st, camping for in-state residents will, with RVs, will be opening. They're going to have contactless check-in and check-out, so you don't have to actually get face-to-face with someone, hopefully. And campground bathhouses will not be reopened at that time. But if you're an in-state resident and you've got an RV and you want to go out to the park, good news is pretty soon you're going to get the chance to. On May 15th, which is a couple of weeks now away, we're talking about park stores and restaurants reopening. That'll include museums, exhibits, retail establishments. Some parks have small restaurants in there, cafes and the like. Those will be reopened, but with an asterisk there. We'll talk about that in a second. Marinas, rental equipment will be open, but it's all going to be to a limited capacity, right? And social distancing is going to be strictly enforced. So you're not going to be able to go and expect to see the restaurant at capacity, to expect to see everybody in the store as you normally would. There's still going to be big restrictions on that, but they're looking at getting life back to normal in regard as of there. Also on May 15th, they're going to be looking at cabins, RV rentals. Again, we're talking apparently for only in-state residents, lodges also resuming, but reservations for those will be limited to Friday through Monday for in-state residents only. You can't rent it in the middle of the week, and obviously if you live outside of Arkansas, too bad. But those numbers, of course, with the numbers we've talked about with the active cases going down, and in some's mind, perhaps the governor and others seeing the cases plateau in the state, the belief is that we can start making adjustments to getting life back to normal. And, of course, that is their belief, and we don't endorse anybody's particular opinions here. We just tell you what the facts are, but there's been a lot of debate about that in chat, and I just want all of you to know we respect your opinions. Whether you're for it, against it, you're tired of being shut in, or you're ready to get out, or you think we need to stay inside for a little bit longer, all of you have valid opinions. And so we appreciate you for sharing those and for trying to stay informed, too. The very fact that you're on a news outlet means that you're trying to stay informed, and information is influencing your decisions or your opinions, and that's a good thing. Nonetheless, some decisions coming up here in the next few days, the Arkansas governor announcing, and we're also expecting to hear more tomorrow, too. As we've already told you, a lot of restaurant owners and bar owners and the like will probably be watching tomorrow's press conference with great anticipation. See if we can stop crime together here on NEA Report. You're looking at video footage provided to us from Jonesboro Police Department of a suspect attempting to make entry into vehicles on Water Oak Drive. Now, he's also suspected of more than just what happened on this particular roadway, because police say they think he made entry into another vehicle on Lay Drive on the same night. Lay or Lee, L-E-I-G-H, not exactly sure. I'm sure the residents know what row we're talking about, though. But if you were the victim of a vehicle break-in around North Caraway Road, Sandino Drive, Greensboro Road, or Belt Street, it was on or around April 6th, according to police. Or if you live in this area that we're talking to you about, and maybe you've got some security cameras that might have caught this guy at a different angle, maybe caught a better look at his face, which we're going to try to catch you here in just a second. Anybody that might be able to help out is asked to help out. Jonesboro Police Department asks you to call the desk sergeant at 870-935-5657. You can also send him a message on Facebook, of course, where you're probably at watching this if you're not watching us on YouTube, where we also stream. But take a look at the guy's face. I'm trying to give you a couple of still frames of what his profile looks like. You could see a pretty clear profile of him from the left right there. A light-colored shirt, looks like a black or dark brown belt, khaki pants. Looks like he's got a ball cap on, and of course he's holding his phone there trying to illuminate whatever's inside of the vehicle to see what is inside. You can tell the guy is, at least it looks to be, somewhat comfortable. with this. And of course, he goes to another vehicle before he's even out of the frame to continue doing this again. If you have any idea who this may be, Jonesboro Police Department would love to hear from you. You can contact them and you might get a reward through Crime Stoppers. Just about 2:20 in Jonesboro right now. Thanks everybody for watching us today on NEA Report. We always are honored by you spending your time with us because it means a lot. Your time is valuable, and well, joining us and giving us a few seconds of it means you gave us a little bit of your time, and we appreciate that. We hope that you appreciated it enough to click like or share right about now. If you haven't clicked it already, that means a ton to us, if you didn't know already. Thanks so much. That helps us get the news out. That's how we get in front of so many other people. Hey, there's the music. Also, if you've not become a supporter yet, do so. 99 cents a month. You get exclusive stuff. Yesterday's broadcast was only for supporters. Nobody else even knew we did one except for our community of NEA Report supporters. All right, so it's 2:21. We'll still be watching the numbers throughout the day at neareport.com. Don't forget to go there and click refresh on the article to see the very latest. And now you're up to date from your favorite reporter, Stan Morris on NEA Report. Have a good day, everybody.